Our history is so rich in every aspect. It is so rich in everything we've done, the journey that we've moved as a country. And we've only gotten better as a country, but there's so much that history tells us. It shapes our future, and it's only someone who's interacted with that past, that he or she can say the past was better and we're going back to the times, especially on the political side. By the way, even on the economic side, we are a lot better as a country because history tells us so, because history has shown us so, because we've interacted with that history to know where we've come from and how we must go, where we must go as a country.
Yeah, you really talked about something about our culture and our history. It's really rich, very rich.
So
and if you're to
rich.
talk about culture in particular, we have the Kalamajongs, we have the Maasais in Kenya. They have really kept their culture for thousands and thousands of years. But why is it that we don't find our African writers making it a point to write about all this culture?
Well, I think there's more books now on the shelves about our cultures. But we still demand more, obviously.
Yeah, we demand more. Like if you look at how the Western culture has written, it is far beyond. Yet ours is actually much.
Yes, and the problem is if we don't write, someone will tell our story. You know the dangers of telling that story.
There's actually a proverb that not until the lion learns to write, the story will always be verified by the hunter.
Yes, that's very true. So until and unless we tell our stories as they are, as we know them, then indeed our stories will be distorted or told by some other person in the only way they know how. They didn't live our cultures, they didn't eat our food, they didn't walk our lives, they didn't go through what we went through as a people, as a culture, as a country, but they'll tell that story. And they'll tell that story in the only way they know how. Have you seen what they write about African in movies, for example? They think Africa is forests, it's animals, is everything. And that's what they depict, the dark continent. And until we tell our own stories, that will always be the narrative. Our president went to Somalia, I think, the first time in 1992 or thereabout. And he had this vision about Somalia, obviously. And then years later, America goes into Somalia and fails. And Uganda and Amazon go into Somalia, the troops, and succeed. But what do the stories still say? Uganda is succeeding because of the other forces, America and all that. Until Opio Lawyer wrote a book, Black Hawks Rising. A movie had been, shot about the Black Hawks in the US, but still with a lot of distortion. Now, until a Ugandan consciously tells the story of Uganda and Somalia, or Africa and Somalia, or the pacification of Africa in general, someone will tell that story and want to distort it. Legacies are built on purpose. Legacies are built with purpose. Now, we have to play a key role in shaping those legacies. This is the book, Pieces of Time. It tells a story about the search for my dad, who had disappeared mysteriously. And in the book, I find him somehow. I find him dead. Yes, but I find him at least. Dead, buried, and buried alive. So that is the story of the book. Yeah. This book, Pieces of Time, is available at Aristoc, Uganda Bookshop, and online at Mahiri Books. Mahiri Books is on social media, so just find them, follow them, ask, and they'll deliver to wherever you are.